everybody. Happy New Year. It's your girl TK, Tekoa Morris, and I am back with the final rundown for new in 2022. The countdown started on December 1st, and so far we have had 25 days of actionable habits that we can start putting into practice immediately. We don't have to wait until 2022 to do it, but we can start at least considering, right? Hopefully, I've given you something to think about or something to consider. Quality considerations as you are planning your path and your next steps for 2022, because why? We don't want things to be the same way that they used to be, because a lot of people are saying, I want things to get back to normal, but do we really? No. We want things to get better and better. So that is why I'm here, because why not? Now, let me just ask you, how do I look? Do you like the fit? I'm giving very festive holiday vibes. I dressed for the occasion. I just want to make sure that everything that I'm saying resonates very deeply into your solar plexus and you're able to internalize it, put it in. No, you know what? You can not maternalize. Well, maybe that ship has sailed for me, but you can maternalize it if you want, and you can birth. See how I brought that back? You can birth new life into your dead dream. Okay, there we go. But what I was saying is internalize it and let your spirit metabolize it and turn it into some useful fuel to propel you forward. Okay. So, I just want to say I brought this to you guys in a very chatty type of way. You know what I'm saying? Just a very casual, chatty type of way. That's why I call it Chat with TK and everyone who I'm talking to, which would be everyone. If you're a leader, if you run your own business, if you're working in ministry, if you are striving to be a leader, if you are the leader of your household, if you're the mom who's running your house and you want to get you a little side hustle or whatever it is you want to do, if you just have aspirations and dreams of doing more and more. But I did decide to bring this to you in a way that was humorous but provides wisdom as well. Hence the reason why sometimes I may jump in and out of character. I mean, to be honest with you, if you're having a real chat with me, that's exactly how it would be. It would be a roller coaster ride. Because guess what? For one, I don't mind letting my hair down and just laughing. I'm not one of those people who just always have to take myself so seriously. And I'm in a position in life now where I can just smile and enjoy. So, if you've been going through this series, and you're just like, where did that come from? Trust me, it's always been here. You're just used to seeing me work, but I'm just having fun. So here we go. Where are we starting? We are starting on number 26. So on December the 26th, what I was thinking about for all of you, especially if you are working in corporate America, or if you are working in some type of leadership capacity, if you are in church ministry, if you are the leader of a peer group or any type of leadership, this is specifically for you first, because not only individuals can do this too, but what I'm thinking is you need to establish, because this is what I've done, but you need to establish some type of personal philosophy or constitution, some type of principles that are coming from you, or some that you've learned and developed over the way. Look at my little necklace twisting up. But you need to establish some type of philosophy or personal constitution that describes your nature, that describes your leadership style, or who you are as an individual, who you are as a leader, who you are in ministry, who you represent. This is what you need to establish. Let me explain the value in this. I've always been true to who I am what I'm about, what I represent, even if I haven't always been vocal about it, but I've always been true. So if someone were to have a conversation with me, it would be readily evident what I'm about, what I stand for. You don't kind of have to guess, right? The reason why you don't want people to try and guess what you're about is because usually, especially if you're working, like I said, if you're working in corporate America, or if you're working in a leadership role, just whatever you're doing, people, you may not like it, but they're trying to figure you out. And the way that they perceive you, that's exactly where they're going to group you off. Okay? And you don't want people writing your story for you. Do you feel where I'm coming from? You don't want people to put a label on you that doesn't accurately represent who you are. But your personal philosophies, your personal constitution, they are going to be guiding principles, not just for the things that you are saying, but for the things that you are doing. Your actions are going to be guided by this personal constitution. Your speech is going to be guided by that philosophy that you have, the way that you interact. Oh my God, your engagements are going to be guided by your own personal constitutions or your philosophy, right? This is what's guiding you as a person, and this is what you want people to know. This way, they don't have to guess and make assumptions about how to interact with you or how to place you. You are telling them by the way that you speak, the way you carry yourself, by the way you conduct yourself, by those core values that they're able to discern because of just your presence and what you embody when you come in and out of their presence. So develop that for 2022. Really think about it. I wrote mine down, and then my company, it mirrors my own personal philosophy. Okay? So, if you got it, you can dig it. I'm moving on. Day 27. What was I thinking about? Okay. So, this is a big deal. You want to know why? Because this goes back to when I was talking to you guys about the life cycle of the impossible dream and those 5 stages that people go through. But this is a real thing. I know it's a real thing because as a visionary, I'm always seeing things or hearing things or thinking about ideas and how they could, what place they would have in whatever space I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes those ideas or those visions or the things that I'm hearing, sometimes it kind of, they cause me to pause. And sometimes it's because I'm thinking, well, maybe that's not for me, or maybe it won't be well received, or maybe it would be too big of a task. Well, I'm here to tell you today that if you, and you know what? Here's what I'm going to Go to the life cycle of the impossible dreams so you can dream better in 2022, and then you'll understand a little bit more of what I'm talking about. But once you decide which of those things in your head is worth the pursuit, this is what God wants you to pursue. This is aligning with all of your skills, your talents, your education, your experience. This aligns with your core values. You know that this is the pathway for you, and you've decided that this is something worthy of it. Then here's what I want you to do. Don't pause anymore. In 2022, you just have to step out and initiate. You got me? Start it. Take the step. Walk on the water, honey. Can you walk on water? Please, 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 please. Y'all ever seen that? Please, please. Well, I need you to step out, okay? And initiate it. Go ahead and start it. Here's the thing. You don't have to wait until you have it. You don't have to wait for perfection. Don't wait for perfection because it will never come. There's no such thing as perfection, right? It's never going to come. So you just start where you are. You just start. No matter how small the group of people, no matter if you have dreamt about this, enormous venture and you can only handle a small piece of it now, just go ahead and start. Just start. You may not even have a building, and you might think, man, I need a building. It just, you can start in your living room. You got what you did. Just go ahead and start. Initiate. You got me? Moving on. 28. All right. So number 28. Oh man, this is me. This is me because I'm a planner. I'm a planner to a fault, to the point where I don't really like to do things on impulse. And then if I am asked to do something at impulse, it is maddening. So if you have ever asked me to do something on impulse, and I kind of silently freaked out about it and just didn't, do my best, it's because I have developed I have developed inside my nature yeah, that's me. I developed in my nature the attitude of wanting to be fully prepared. You know what I'm saying? And that's completely contradictory to what I just told you guys when I said initiate. Well, no, it's not completely contradictory. But what I'm saying is, okay, sometimes you're just going to have to be ready, and you're going to have to just do things on impulse without a plan. So in your mind, you have to be ready. But if you are already walking into things, see, I had to learn this, y'all. This is what age will do. That's why I don't mind being 40-something. I'm still young in my 40s, but I'm just saying, I don't mind, because this is how it happens. It's like wisdom, and you just be like, dang, I wish I had known that 15 years ago. Look, put your plan together. If you're already walking in it, you already know the plan. You done prayed over the plan. You done put oil on the paper that you wrote on, girl. You hear what I'm saying? Put the plan together, though. Make sure it's a reasonable plan. And as I go, we're not going to bite off more than we can chew. So we're going to put the plan in phases. That's me, detailed person. But this ensures that I have a greater chance of success, okay, than if I were to just take everything that's in my head. And as you can see, I have a pretty good circumference here, but then if I were to just take everything that's in my head and then go just like that, you can't do that. It's not going to work. That's not the way to handle it. Oh, it's not the most effective way. What you will find is that you've been starting and stopping things a lot of times because it's just too big of an idea. Not that it can't be done, but it has to be done in steps. So create that plan, especially if you're starting a business. I don't care what it is. Are you selling mud pies on the side of the road? Then honey, you need a plan. What POS are you going to use to how you going to get your payment? What if they don't have cash? So who are you going to use? Are you going to use PayPal? Are you going to use Intuit? Are you going to use Square? Are you going to use Invoice to Go? I mean, how are you going to do this? All right, you know what I'm saying. So are you going to have a virtual POS? How are you doing this? How are you going to track the money that's coming in so that when you have to go do your taxes, you know how much you put out and how much you put in. You know your profit and losses. You dig what I'm saying? So yes, you need a plan. You need a plan, but put that plan together. All right? But put it in phases. And it should include everything. You know what? If you want a one-on-one meeting with me on how to put together a plan for your business, that's what TLBD Solutions is all about, helping small businesses with structure, even if you need a business plan model. Okay? I'm talking about business. Okay, but you don't have to have a business to put a plan together. Maybe it's a plan for weight loss. Maybe it's a plan for, quitting smoking cigarettes. Maybe it's a plan for, leisure. Like I said before, you have to plan leisure sometimes just to make sure that you're on schedule with that. Whatever the plan may be, if you need help with how to put together a functional plan, I'm more than happy to help. Just hit me up though. But put that plan together. And like I said, it's not contradictory to initiating, because if someone, if you're going to step out, step out. But if this is something that's been on your heart for a while, you're serious about it, chances are you've already been tossing and turning different thoughts and ideas and situations and scenarios, or you've already kind of been preparing for it mentally. So just be ready there. Be ready, initiate, put in a plan. Put it in a plan. Very good. We're moving on because I was rambling. 29. All right. Number 29. Again, see, I don't have to learn a lot, y'all. I've learned a lot. I've grown. But here's what I want to tell you. It's okay to market yourself. The reason why I say I have learned a lot is because I never like to talk about myself, or I never like to put myself on, you know, I just don't talk about myself. Y'all see what my social media looks like. I used to, when I was younger, you know, I used to go in and put on like all types of pictures of my kids, but you never really saw like a whole bunch of pictures of me unless someone was telling me, oh, you need to put more pictures of yourself. And I'm just thinking, you know, that's just not me. I'm not that type of person. However, in this day and age, especially now that I've stepped out on my own, I have been placed in positions where I have to speak about myself. There are many people who want to promote within the company that they work in or within ministry. And I'm here to tell you that self-promotion does not mean that you are not being humble. Has nothing to do with humility. It's okay to tell people what you are good at, what you have accomplished, what potential you have, what skills and training. I mean, when you learn those things, who was taking those certifications for you? Who was studying? Who was up till like 1 a.m. knowing you had to go to work at 5? Not get up at 5 to be to work, but literally you had to report at 5, meaning you're probably getting up at 3:30, 4 o'clock after having been up all night studying for certifications. You have already done the work. It's okay to talk about it. Me personally, and I feel okay sharing this. Me personally, I never used to feel comfortable talking about these things because I never wanted people to feel like I was bragging. And then when I would tell people about the things, only in the context of I did it so you can do it too, some way or another, people are feeling, I don't know, people are taking it the wrong way. I'm saying, no, I'm just saying, this is me, like, y'all know me, it's just me. But I'm just saying, I did it, I think you can do it too, because here's what I did. Maybe give it a try, see if it'll work for you. Look, don't worry about trying to encourage other people all the time to do the same things that you did, because everything that you did is not for everyone. You know, God gives us a certain grace to do the things that we have to do, the things that He's called us to do, the things that He's skilled us to do, the things that He's gifted us to do. Everyone's path is going to look different, right? It's going to look completely different. But it's okay to promote yourself. That doesn't mean that you are not being humble. I just wanted to hop on here and tell you that, all right? So I'm going to need you in 2022. Please promote yourself. I'm going to do a better job of doing that too. There are a lot of really good things that I have been doing that I have kept under wrap, because again, I didn't want to make it look like, you know what I'm saying, like I was bragging or what have you, even though I know that I'm not. I just don't want to, I never wanted to give that off. But in this day and age, you know, with what's going on, people need to know how you can help and that you are available to help. Or people need to know whatever it is that you would like to do. They need to know it, and they need to know why you're the person that they should partner with to do this. Remember, I was talking about collaborations. You're going to have to promote yourself. There are a lot of people out there that want to maybe do the same types of things that you're doing. You're going to have to get over it and just feel comfortable with talking about all of the good things that you have accomplished, the good things that you can do. Look, if it's good, we know it's from God, right? Because everything He made was good. So don't be ashamed of that. You just give God all the glory. I thank God that I'm able to do the things that I'm able to do, right? Yes. So we give God all the glory, but self-promote. We need to hear what you can do, because we want to partner with you in 2022. Oh man, this is so good. Do y'all feel what I'm giving you? I'm giving you some growth vibes. I'm giving you elevation vibes. Let's move on. Number 30. Y'all want me to put my glasses back on? No, I'm just tripping. I don't have to. So, number 30. All right, here's what I want you to do. Do y'all remember? I know for sure I used to drive one teacher crazy with it. It's those retractable pens. In school, you just click them. You just and the tip goes in, and then it can come out. It goes in, it can come, it goes in, it can come out. And you push it out, and it goes back in. You push it out, it goes back, and you just all you hear is the click, 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 click. But the thing about it is, it had the ability to retract. So if my teacher fussed at me and told me to stop clicking my pen, and I don't even realize that I'm doing it, that just comes to show you I'm crazy, y'all. I'm crazy. I don't even know I'm click, 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 click. But it had the tip had the ability to go back in, so I could easily just stick it into my pocket and not worry about getting ink all over the inside of my pants or what have you, right? Because it was retractable. Do you see where I'm going? But sometimes in life, everything ain't retractable. Sometimes you might say something. Sometimes you might do something. Sometimes, your face might give it away. Sometimes you may go somewhere. Or, sometimes you might align with the wrong partner for you. Doesn't mean they're the wrong person just for you, but right? Sometimes. And some of these situations, especially if people are seeing you, or if there are different results that are happening, you can't take it back. There's no retraction. Like, it's already out there. Once you said something, you can't unsay it. Do you dig? You can't redo yesterday. There's no redos on it. There's no redo. So why am I saying this? Because on day 30, here's what I want you to do. We are a bit impulsive. We've been impulsive for far too long. But I don't want you to be impulsive in 2022. Why? We just don't have the type of grace, especially with the way things are just still so uncertain in a lot of regards. I mean, you can go in the grocery store now and there may not even be any tissue. That's crazy, but that's just how uncertain times are getting. We don't have an unlimited supply of everything that we need, or we just don't have an unlimited supply of anything. People's tempers are even shorter now, Things are too uncertain for you to just kind of go out willy-nilly and just think you can just do whatever on impulse. Again, going back to planning, you guys. But just going back to not really standing for anything, right? Impulse, you just do whatever. We can't do that. Day 30 or number 30, we're going to be intentional about the moves that we're making, about the partnerships that we're getting into, about the things that we're stepping out and taking advantage of, or the things that we are stepping out and doing, right? We're going to be intentional, purposeful. Let's make sure that these things align with our personal philosophy or our personal constitution about who we are and about life and our worldview, and make sure they're aligned with the God that we serve, or make sure that they are aligned with where we see ourselves, our vision, right? We have to make sure that these things are aligned, and that whenever we are making moves, whenever we are making partnerships, whenever we are making plans, we have intent behind it. It's not just willy-nilly. I hate to even be so strict, but man, even going out to lunch sometimes with the wrong people, You know, that's a simple thing. But, you know, sometimes those, oh man, I hate to sound like that, but sometimes it's just not the best fit. It's not the best fit. Maybe now is not the right time for it. Maybe later on, but just not now. You got to be intentional about everything you do, especially in business, right? Especially if you are a first year business owner. Although this is not my first year owning my own business, it's my first year in years that I have actually stepped out and gotten my own LLC. Years. I mean, years and years, you guys. It's been years. And because it's so new, because things are so uncertain, I have to ensure, we have to ensure that every move we make will count. Right? We got to be intentional. We can't be impulsive. We can't take unnecessary risks. Nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's going to be 100%. But again, doing the plan is going to help keep us on track, right? Having our own personal constitution about who we are, the principles that we subscribe to, and what we believe and how we are going to conduct ourselves, that's going to help keep us on track. But we need to make sure that every step counts. Everything counts. Because we're trying to elevate and we don't know what's going to happen. We can only trust in the Word of God at this point. And I'm saying this because this is my personal belief. I am a Christian, so I can only trust in the Word of God, that whatever it is, my family and I are going to be okay. But I still have to do my part in that, my part in the faith. My part in the faith is going out there and being intentional about my moves, right? Everything has to count. Everything has to be calculated. And it's not even hard to do. See, in my opinion, if your desires are lining up with who you say you are in your personal constitution, see, maybe that's the thing. Them desires. See, now I'm about to take a turn. You better check your desires. You better check your, listen, I have fitness goals. Now, I'm going to just give a quick little testimony. I'm almost down 40 pounds. Nobody knows that I even was thinking about this type of stuff. But, you know me, I am what I am, and I'm going to just say it like that. But I also want to be healthy. I like my health numbers to be right? When I go to the doctor, I don't want them getting on me talking about this medication. I don't want to be on. So in order to stay off all that stuff, I have to do certain things. In order for me to say, oh, I know God is a healer. Yeah, I know He's a healer, but I got to do my part too. I got to eat right. I ain't going to be saying, oh, I know God is a healer, and I'm sitting here eating a tub of ice cream and this and that and this and that. We're not going to do that. See, now I got off. That's so crazy. Y'all, 2022 is about to be so fire. But in any case, we sit here and we make all of these plans, right? We make all these plans. And we say we are this way. And we say that we are, upright and we're focused and we're motivated. But our desires are not lining up with the things that we're saying we want to do. Desires. We got to check our desires. All right? That's what's going to guide those intentions. What we need and what we want, and then intentions. We can be intentional when we align our desires with where we say we want to go, and then we can be intentional in our moves. Get your desires in check so that you can be intentional about your moves for where you say that you want to go and you know God is taking you. Alright, you dig? Moving on. Oh man, this is the last one, y'all. This is the last one. But I think this is the best one. 2022. I think that if you actually go back and listen to these videos, I feel like there is something here for everyone. Again, I'm presenting this to you in a humorous way. It's just a chat. We're just chatting. That's all there is. There's no formality to it. But I do hope that these nuggets of wisdom that I am dropping upon you right now and for the entire month of December have enriched your life in one way or another, and you are able to take something from all of this. Because why? In 2022, there's no holding back. There's no holding back now. No holding back. I think that you are smart. I think that you are very capable. I think that you are talented. You are anointed. You are good enough. So number 31 for 2022, go forth. And that's all I got for y'all. So happy new year. Welcome to 2022. Welcome to your new life with a new mindset, being transformed and walking into the things that God would have you walking into so that you can have a greater manifestation of his promises in your life, because that's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to see. So I have one final prescription before I go. Y'all ready? You know I grew up as a tomboy. Don't even act like you didn't expect this. All you gotta do is run the play, and God's gonna deliver you the victory. And on that, y'all, I'm out, because in 2022, TK still gotta go to work. Deuces, everybody.